that FPX have got as a unit. So I think this is going to be a golden opportunity for them to show just how powerful they've become.
Well, let's see what they have to offer. They will start off on a defensive side. Ninjas in Pajamas will be the aggressors. 2 HE grenades in the hands. Oh, God. I can see the slaughter in my mind's eye, but Hampus might have something to do about it. We'll see about the timing. There's a fadeaway HE grenade. Absolute chance. It's good for about 150 damage. However, the kills are going the way of Ninjas in Pajamas, and that's ultimately what counts. 5 versus 3 as the bomb site's been taken. There is a 2-man flank from FunPlus Phoenix. Martin going to have to try and hold things down from Market, but as the only man here, surely he's got to wait to play off of his teammates. There is a smoke up on shore, which is just about gone, and Emmy has the range to deliver a big kill. Device has a P250. We'll see if he can do anything. Plopsky holding an off angle, jiggling every so often. But Modern is in those enemy lines now, and the kills continue for FPX. 3 versus 2 as ZTR and Device try to defend this. Low on the bullets now is Device, but that's a big headshot from Farley. ZTR has the high ground, and I can't see how Farley can possibly do this. It's being teased by ZTR, and I think it's going to be too late. He can't run away, so we'll soon find out. Denied.
0.6 seconds, and dude, if he's actually standing on the bomb instead of having to run up to the bomb, might that have been it? Might he have actually gotten the defuse there?
Yeah.
That is such a shame, though, for Stico. That's so frustrating. He nails that HE onto all of them, and then he eats the flash from Nip. Full blind, can't take advantage of all the damage that he did. And that was a perfect take from NIP, to be fair. Despite the setbacks of taking all that HE damage, they actually get in there, and they actually managed to get that bomb planted. So very nice buy coming in here from NIP. And as far as FPX are concerned, it will be the force on their side. Deagle Kevlar play into the meta. No hard eco for them. It feels like everybody's got to go on that. Damn, I keep forgetting every day. I think about it, James. I'm like, I got to ask Alan about those stats in terms of the conversion, the second round conversion rate. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go and find them myself.
HE grenades may have a story to tell as this series progresses. We've got Stico and Zen with the high explosive grenades once again. Speaking of explosives, oh, actually, my timing's not good on this one. Let's see, because they are starting to poke and prod the A-bomb site Ninjas in Pajamas. The numbers abuse is here, and so are the trades. Farley's stuck with the scout, and he will be subject to a high explosive. FPX have not deployed theirs yet. Hampus has sound cues. He knows that at least one player is towards CT. The other player, Zen, is dealt with. So Stico will offer a little surprise in this particular round. So yeah, on the subject of explosives, when the crew and I were in Texas, we let off a shape charge which had the same strength as C4. We couldn't get our hands on C4, even in Texas. You can get your hands on many things in Texas, but C4 wasn't one of them. However, we did detonate a shape charge that is equal to the power of C4, which is on the YouTube, the Flashpoint YouTube.
Go check it out.
Look out for that, yeah.
So, at least as far as the conversions right now, 100% for NIP. They maintained that. They have won every round after winning the pistol round. So they're not falling prey to, well, some of these weaker teams in that respect. One of them, you know, being like, I don't know, Vitality are losing half of them. FPX actually losing half of their rounds after the pistols. So some teams are more vulnerable than others. NIP just keeping the streak alive. And that's going to be very key for them going forward here with a 2-round lead now on this T side. Opportunity for them to farm up some money here. And we should see them getting up to that 3-0 lead pretty comfortably.
Yeah, speaking of comfort, as the desk said, that first game of Mirage, Device looked pretty comfortable with the AWP. Second one had a very cold start. But I'm sure he can move into this third one with a clear mind. And Mirage, of course, won't be a complete stranger to Device. But professional play is simply different.
Indeed it is.
But he joins a team with plenty of discipline, so perhaps he will fit in like a glove. The small samples we've seen so far have been pretty good. And that's partly why I had confidence in the NIP pick for this series. But we shall see. Let's not underestimate the likes of Stico and Co. Again, Stico, a custom keyboard enthusiast. He had his keyboard made live on stream by Tehar Types.
Really?
Yeah, we had an interview with Stico after the last match. It was briefly displayed on stream.
Did you hook it up with some recommendations, or did he
No.
figure it out himself?
Just out there alone
Baller.
on his lonesome. So yeah, solid. Very, very nice. There's actually a lot of pro players interested in keyboards, but not all of them can be public about them because of peripheral sponsors and things, but they're all in my DMs. Farley will have plenty of targets and plenty of opportunity for a trade frag at the very least for Ninjas in Pajamas. Device now out with the D-Law, looking for a target. Hampers to find one first, and the exchanges continue. The shrapnel.
All over the place. It's been a lot of focus on mid on Mirage so far this tournament. It feels like a lot of the teams are just really trying to get that control top. Now, when they take it, if it's a little bit delayed or not, it usually feels like the teams are starting to get at least 1 to 2 players out there. And so FPX and NiP deciding that that was going to be the head-on fight right out the gates, you know, trying to establish control and try to put a little bit of fear in their opponents right here at the beginning of the map. Nice angle from Stiko, but he cannot capitalize. Just doing a little bit of damage. Tickling Plopsky. That's not good enough.
Great
Device
jiggling.
takes down ZTR. No, takes down Emmy.
Yeah, great jiggling by Plopsky to identify where his opponent was. And Plopsky's the space maker for Ninjas in Pajamas on the T side. Either the first man in or the one to get all the trade frags and create that space one way or another. He's instrumental in that. He may survive this round.
Actually, there is a point to be made here, though. You know, I did talk about that in terms of Devilwalk's influence on FPX.
Yep.
It's worth mentioning that the coaches do not have the same level of access to the players they have grown accustomed to over this past year and a half of Rona, where coaches can talk at all times, it's online, yada, yada, yada. Here at this event, coaches cannot communicate live during matches the way that they have recently. So FPX, I'm curious, because I know for a fact that Devilwalk has quite a bit of influence on the team, and that he makes quite a bit happen. So I'm curious if FPX, when times get difficult, as they are now, are they going to feel the lack of Devilwalk, right? His influence.
We'll see how it plays out in the server. I think Stiko's a good personality to have on the team.
Stiko, yeah, he's super positive. He just did a great video with Launders, actually, trying to break down their nuke game, or his nuke game. Demo review with Launders. Dude, I hope he does more content like that. Launders is killing it.
Ninjas in Pajamas moving into a very fast split of the B bomb site. There was a brief opportunity for Zen, but he wasn't able to even fire a shot, really. And at this point, maybe his best chances have come and gone. Device into the angle fast enough on the trigger finger as well. We got the molly moving into the market, and Hampus holding down the angle and shutting down all opportunity. Martin forced away from the weapons as well by the Molotov. That'll be a pop of Rez's head, though. Squeezed it like a grape, and he'll get an AK-47 for his troubles at the very least. But it's a 5-0. Again, this is not the strongest round for FPX, of course. AWP is secured by Ninjas in Pajamas. But they'll be on the buy a strong one in the next round. They are at maximum loss bonus now. The only thing going their way at present, FunPlus Phoenix says these rounds are pretty swift from Ninjas in Pajamas.
It's really just keeping a tough, high pace. I mean, not wanting to show too much respect to the pistols on eco rounds, NiP. Like to see that. If FPX aren't going to come to them, you go to them and you just beat them up. A bit of the bully tactic that we've seen in the past. Of course, that's a bit dangerous now against the Deagles, but still, NiP, you know, just keeping their cool right now, fully focused. 5-0 the score on the T side. And now we're going to go into the big buy round here for FPX. This is where they should have everything that they need. And I'm looking to Farley again. He got that opening kill in the third round. He got that opening kill. Now the question is whether or not he's going to be able to do it again here. Have that impact with the AWP up against Device, who is still going to be trying to get comfortable with the AWP on this map.
We saw success with the 2 AWPs from Heroic on the CT side of Mirage, and if FPX may be looking to emulate some of that success. Holding angles. Emmy expectant of the Palace. Farley holding the ramp down. You can see Rez as the lone soldier on the ramp. He may play off of the appearance of his teammates by Palace. And IP just biding their time for now. Hampus avoiding most of the damage from the high explosive. Lurking top mid behind the boxes. We reach the minute mark for Ninjas in Pajamas. There's no play that's too aggressive from FPX in apartments. However, Stiko does have an angle with the second AWP, which could allow a second person to make their way towards the A-bomb site, making it 4 there. And here comes a dry peek from Ninjas in Pajamas. Going into the silence zone 4, almost a second kill, but not quite for Emmy. And Farley is here. Has he got no flick? Almost. Rez, though, ever a dangerous player for Ninjas in Pajamas. 3-on-3, not through the choke points just yet. No one's in CT, but they've got time to rotate FunPlus Phoenix here. As the bomb still needs to be collected. Just as I say that now, Rez collects it, picks it up, but those smokes won't be up for long, so he's got to get a bomb plant fast. 2 in CT, Device, a swing and a miss. Stuck in the Palace now, quick on the rotation. That leaves his teammates in a spot of bother. 2v2 though, as Maiden's fighting around a smoke from jungle. It's an awkward position for him, but the smokes are soon dissipating. Stiko creeping with the AWP and delivering. Device, last seen in Palace, makes his way towards the ramp. Very deep angle for him. I think the bomb's planted for him as well, and there's just no cover. They're not expecting him to be there. 1v1, drops the pop flash as well. Maiden touches the bomb, but out he is. Device shows some elbow, and that's enough for a 6th round. Lovely work from Ninjas in Pajamas. A very awkward position, stuck in the Palace and such, but they still come out with a clean sheet, 6-0.
The 50-50 gamble, whether he was Palace or whether he was ramp, Device changing it up like that. They expected him to have stayed Palace, and Device was just one step ahead in this clutch. Rotated out of Palace quickly so that he was able to just, well, you saw it, get a free defuse. You know that FPX were working together and that they were watching each other. It's not like the guy was just trying to stick the defuse without anybody watching his back, but they thought Device was in Palace, and, well, Device managed to pull a fast one on him. So in this round now, FPX, what is this? A hero AWP picked up by Madden. 4 pistols, some Kevlar, half buy otherwise for FPX, but the AWP on Madden, let's see if he can actually get some value out of it. He's brought it over towards the B site. Clearly FPX thinking that NIP might want to come over here again in this anti-eco. But instead it's going to be the lurk-up connector rather onto the A site.
Rez is such a strong player for Ninjas in Pajamas. Had some exceptional frags in the previous series. He looks ready to do the same here. Oh, Hampus, that's a very cheeky peek. And we saw the bomb plant from Nico in a previous game where he wasn't exposed to short like that. And this time, that peek from Hampus has caused some problems. He may regret that one. Stiko's still creeping around the bomb site. He's got a connector smoke to play with for now as Plopsky's holding down a short position. Oh, lining up for him. He gets one of them and leaves Madden with some work to do. Looking for the flick in mid, and now he's got to think about saving 15 HP. Slightly awkward for Ninjas in Pajamas. Very curious peek from Hampus. Must not have been watching the previous map of Counter-Strike. It's a very nice plant from Nico, but here we are. 7-0 for Ninjas in Pajamas, regardless of the problems on the A bomb site. Madden forced to run away once again. And he does need to hold on to this AWP. He's got $150 in the bank. The rest of his team will have the full buy ready for the next round. And the D-Lore is collected.
Well, Rez is really the standout player. He's actually one of the most competitive players in the tournament so far. On the 3 maps that we have on HLTV here, 131 rating for him so far this tournament. That's right up there with the top performers in the tournament. You go all the way back down and you can start running into Hampus, Plopsky, and Device, who are all floating around the 1.0 rating. So Rez seriously overperforming right now, actually, compared to recent levels for him. Good to see that he's coming into his own. This is what NIP have been banking on for a very long time. He is supposed to be one of NIP's stars.
NIP now looking for round number 8. This started with 2 AWPs and it has continued with 2 executions in mid. The sniper rifles are still here, but how can they even respond to this? Look at the numbers. A gang of NIP players top mid, and there's an easy 3rd kill for Plopsky. This score is racking up extremely quickly here on Mirage. 5 versus 2. 2 AWPs on road, separated from each other.
It's a little awkward.
They'll have to send
FPX
messages
right
by...
I mean, double AWP, what do you do?
Yeah, what can you do, really?
Kind of just sit here and hope that they're going to walk in on you one after the other. And that may be the case. We could get, but as soon as you get the information here, as soon as you're Plopsky and you get the information, looks like the spacing is going to be over at ramp. They're going to be good there. They do split up, however, and so there's a chance here. Hampus will die on that flank, but that's information gained here for NIP. Now they know, they know to be worried about CT. And there's Device catching them out.
Yeah, a swelling tide of rounds for Ninjas in Pajamas. turning into a tsunami in this first half as FunPlus Phoenix are nowhere close to a round. Not even close, really. Sure, there's been some awkward situations where there's had a deagle or something, but you can't really count that. They haven't had control.
This is going to be really problematic here. Can ZTR catch him? Rez isn't too far away. The ZTR has to hit this shot. Off angle held by Stico, and he's going to get the kill. Nicely done.
Let's see how much time there is for the remainder of Ninjas in Pyjamas to hunt, because a number of them will be over $10,000 following the conclusion of this round. Quick peek from Rez. It seems Stico will hold on to the AWP, but it hasn't really helped in these rounds. See how much saving they've had to do with the 4-5, if you include the pistol. Wins by detonation for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Practically uncontested rounds here on Mirage. FunPlus Phoenix will once again go for the double AWP buy. MP9 for Zen, 1 for 7. Ninjas in Pyjamas just been so sharp with the AK-47s in these rounds. Again, a two-man fragging army in mid in the previous round was quite devastating. A pop flash from Hampus, who's up to some shenanigans with the MAC-10. In the meantime, there's an execution into the B bomb site. Maybe it'll be a light split, if you will. ZTR down, Farley and Zen delivering, but the bomb site has indeed been taken. Could see a boost in the short area, indeed we do. We can see some elevation there as Maiden will deliver 2 versus 4 now. Even if NIP don't win the round, they could certainly do some damage. Maiden exploded, close casket funeral for him. And the AWP is in the hands of Hampus. The crouch peek will not be successful though, but Plotsky could find 2. Hasn't got discipline, hasn't got the angle. Emmy will do the job, and FPX are on the scoreboard.
They are indeed. Here we go. Up and running now. Time to finish this insane overperformance from NIP on their T side of Mirage. It was definitely touch and go against Anonymous NIP. They were clearly trying to figure out how to get things to click on Mirage, and so it led to a very close game. Close games. But as far as FPX are concerned right now, they were getting run over. In the last 3 months, NIP had a 43% win rate on T side, so definitely not strong for them on Mirage. And so this is clearly just an overperformance, and I'm hoping that FPX, it was just a bit of jitters, it was a bit of nerves getting into it. They haven't played an official in a couple days, so it's just getting into the flow of things here. This is their golden opportunity to start chaining some rounds together to start building up that CT side.
Emmy is just around the corner. Swings far enough to avoid the shot, goes straight into the wall. Maybe a warning shot. This is a dangerous round for FunPlus Phoenix because there's not much money in the hole. The loss bonus won't be as great as it was. Seiko trades to kill, but where does he go now? 4 on 4, minute 20 for Ninjas in Pyjamas. This is to their advantage because FunPlus Phoenix have to cover all these choke points with 1 man less. I don't know how that one didn't connect. Maybe he was still moving sideways, I'm not sure. Thinking maybe he was. Twice now, completely blind, and Maiden will punish. Good support flashbangs from FunPlus Phoenix. Grenade in the face for ZTR. Poison apple. And there goes the bomb as well. Could this be FPX stabilizing? 4 plays still alive as Plopsky hides behind the boxes top mid. Can see the creep. He sees 1 more player in the underpass. Tries to isolate some fights though, as a double peek could be coming, expectant of Stico, but can't land enough bullets. So it will be 3 surviving, including the 2 AWPs. No AK collected, which always can be nice. FunPlus Phoenix win a consecutive round, but there's still a buy coming from NIP.
That is what's so impressive about FPX right now, which is just crazy, is, whoa, through the smoke. That was filthy. When most teams are complaining about how difficult it is to get an op, in play on Mirage, FPX are like, yeah, you know what? We'll just double op. We'll just make 2 work. That'll be fine. And just the relentless battle going on here in mid. They do not want to let NIP get comfortable here. To get comfortable with their mid takes, they want to keep challenging them. And so this time they expected clearly that NIP would be trying to wrap on an extremity. But instead, NIP were just looking for more of the same kind of fight in mid. And so there's an opportunity here for NIP. They heard that. Madden was close enough to hear that step. But, oh, this is terrible now. Hampus has infiltrated the defense completely. He's about to gut the B site. NIP are going to be in a position to pounce on this.
Yeah, he's looking for 2. He expects two to be over towards this bomb site. We could see Maiden's gone through CT towards jungle as well, so this is going to be very strange. Has to engage Zen there, but doesn't win the duel.
Jesus.
That is most unfortunate and allows Stiko to remain posted up. That's warning for them. They have to expect a B play here. It's the only thing that makes sense now. Avoids the flashbang easily, but he can't make a connection. A smoke up to try and create some space, and there'll be a throw of the rifle over so he can hold his position on the high ground. Beautiful exchange from FPX. They have position, they've bought themselves some time. Device may be key here as he moves up short, but angles are being held by Farley. He's surely... Oh, he's looking down the stairs, actually. I think he may have spotted him now, but this is getting very weird. That's a huge frag. Device taken down from the back, and now there's a crossfire for FunPlus Phoenix. Lining them up, stereo frags for FPX. All 5 survive. They find their 3rd round.
Wow. Devil in the details, but that is crazy that Hampus is not able to collect that kill. What a duel won by Zen to set that up and to just completely stop exactly this flank that should have been him dead. The fact that Hampus is not able to collect that is going to weigh on him heavily here. And this is going to prompt Nip for a half buy. They're going to go for some AKs and a couple of deagles, but that should have been an NIP round, and yet FPX battling back. Gotta love Stiko handing the op down to Zen as well, just like, here, take this, you're low HP, go play passive. Very cool to see. Nice pre-angle. Oh, look at that pre-aim.
So close, that lineup was glorious.
That was a thing of beauty.
This man pays so much attention, but when you're a sniper using a rifle, it's a jeweler sniper, it's so interesting to see the approach. The pre-fire angles and such. That is not an easy one to do though, at such range. But you could see he's got some kind of lineup there. Ooh! Ninjas in Pajamas now being cut to pieces, cut to ribbons by FunPlus Phoenix. And even if Ninjas in Pajamas don't get any more rounds in this half, it would be strange, but they have 8 rounds straight off the bat. Not too shabby at all, really.
It is actually pretty cool, though. What we got going on here. Danish op versus Danish op. Farley from Denmark definitely going to be wanting to take the fight to Device. Not let Device get his game going. There's a name to be made for himself here. Going toe-to-toe with one of the greats. FPX now, it seems like they are starting to stabilize, and yep, that is going to prompt a tactical timeout getting called by NIP. 4 rounds in a row picked up for FPX. 3 rounds more possible here in this first half, and I mean, FPX right now, if they can get to 6 rounds on this CT side, I actually think they're not going to be too disappointed with themselves, and that they can feel like, okay, we can work with that. If they can collect the remaining 3, that would be a terrific recovery for FPX. And actually, I mean, all things considered, considering, you know, Mirage is pretty much 50-50 these days. You know, you finish 9-6, 8-7, you're not feeling too shabby either side. So this is definitely going to be a high pressure situation here for NIP, and they elect. They decide not to go for the AWP. Might have been so that Device would be pretty low geared, so yeah, going for the AK with some nades instead.
Would have been butt naked with the AWP.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Stiko delivers an error from Hampus, perhaps. Not expecting Stiko to be posted up so soon. Smokes towards the window, and maybe some for the archers as well. Got a usual CT smoke to create some space. Stiko delivers the HE grenade. Ideally a molly under the window. Down goes Stiko. They're looking for the multi-frag, but the trades are here for Ninjas in Pajamas. 3-on-3, and look at the Molotov utility, slowing down any advance from FPX. Keeping the choke points choked up, and that smoke will do even better, but there are 2 in the market to deal with. And all the grenades have been used now for Ninjas in Pajamas. Got a smoke and a flash for FPX, and Emmy starts to creep out. Got to be careful, though, about the barrel of his gun giving his position away. It is the curse of the silenced M4, spotted by ZTR eventually. A risky peek, but he delivers. Device posted up, knows that one more is on short, and FPX are done with this round.
Yep, what a clean execute coming in from NIP. Everything covered, even just slowing down to make absolutely sure they're not running into any weird crossfires. And that was with Hampus dying in mid. The main thing with Hampus dying in mid early like that is that could be a giveaway as far as FPX are concerned, but it's not like they weren't necessarily prepared for it either. I mean, they had the smoke ready to create the space to work with. They had the HE in. Unfortunately, the shot was missed by Stiko, and the lineup looked sick, but he wasn't able to get it. But yeah, that was just a very clean execute coming in from NIP. And now FPX, well, they're going to know that that's a possibility. I don't think Nip go back to the well there. Maybe more of the mid-fighting coming in here from NIP in a moment. Oh, or
again.
not. They're messing up their window smoke. This is a big deal. Hampus dies again. Is this enough of a tell to realize what could happen here? Because Hampus died in exactly the same way last round, and they know FPX, they are definitely getting in position to take a shot at this. There it is.
Well, then that's really slowing things down. Got the executed the grenades into the window. Seiko can do the fast jump if he wants to. Up top, onto the barrel.
Looking for the pre-aim there, yeah.
Stico's right, device's left. It's the fast hop. There you see it. Device moves away. This allows Stico to post up in an aggressive position. Somebody could be close left behind that smoke though. But they're in a strong position, FPX. Winning the initial duels. And they wait. Ninjas in Pajamas hoping to be gifted something by a misplay from FunPlus Phoenix, a peek or something along those lines, but I'm sure FPX read that as well. So off angles will be held. They have reasonable map control, and of course the numbers advantage is huge for them. Zen sees a leg in connector, then he sees the head. He knows exactly where the remaining players are. Can be a swing if required from CT, but it's not. Two-man spray down for Zen, and FunPlus Phoenix move to 5.
Flawless. Flawless, and all of that off of an unforced error on the part of NIP, messing up a window smoke in 2021 on Mirage, man.
It's been done deliberately in the past.
Yeah, but there's no supporting flash. There's no nothing to help Hampus. He's running out dry.
He is.
So, I mean, yeah, that is interesting, to say the least. The smoke messed up or not, Hampus dies in exactly the same way, and FPX, they're quick enough to react to that and figure out that NIP were just going to run the same strategy back to back. Now we're going to get that force spy coming in here from NIP. They had just enough to get the AWP on device. No Kevlar. And 3 AKs with a couple of nades. This is going to be a difficult round. They might have to try and go for the scrimmy approach. Just fewer nades and try and just lurk their way out through ramp. Interesting that Emmy has chosen to go for the sandwich hold, though. We're seeing this start to come back into vogue now. Was definitely out of style for a while. Let's see if NIP check.
Oh, Farley gets out of there just in time. Either side, the smoke, they are ready. Spots one on the ramp as well, but he's deleted by Hampus. FPX do not have the greatest of positions at present. Emmy's got to do more than that, but if he swings wide, the AWP is waiting for him. Plotski will be enough, however. 3 versus 3 made 2. Rez delivering once again. Device lucky to get away that time, and Stico going to the well one too many times will leave Maiden alone. 10 rounds for Ninjas in Pajamas on the T side, a stonking 8 in a row and 2 late ones for a very juicy score as they move into the second half. That comes after the break. second half. FunPlus Phoenix with a very difficult CT side here on Mirage. The pick of Ninjas in Pajamas.
Onto the T side we go. And so we need to see if they can actually get this pistol round underway here. FPX, they've gone for quite a bit of utility, which makes you think that this is going to be a full-on execute onto the A site in a moment here. FPX just counting on the utility to get them through this. Extra man on the A site for NIP, though. And so there's going to be so much firepower here. FPX may be in for a real rough time. We need to see if these nades actually work.
Device playing on the bench around the side. Again, the Super Mario Brothers into the bomb site. Won't be successful for Zen. Oh, the knife almost coming out there. Emmy trying to get that kill in CT. Indeed, he'll be able to do that. That's a big kill for them. And Device is on the way now. In that CT position, Hampus waiting for someone to stand behind triple. But Device will soon be swinging as well. There's a kit in front of him and a smoke grenade, but first he's got to get this kill. Gets there eventually. Switches out for a pistol. He's got the smoke and the kit. Deploy that to the site itself, and now we'll see what happens. Very forward smoke. Turns his head around, so he's trying to avoid getting headshot. Hampus here to absorb the bullets, and it's made pedestrian by Ninjas in Pajamas to defuse. Very smart stuff. Smoke ahead of the bomb rather than on the bomb to give more cover. Turns around. Attention to detail is sublime.
Turns around, body block is there. Unfortunately, that one flash grenade that was still alive for FPX just was not able to be useful at all in helping Emmy out on that bomb site. Trying to, just at least stumble the retake once the bomb was planted. But FPX, they still get the bomb planted. So they could go for that buy. That is definitely in meta right now, to go for the force buy afterwards, get some rifles in play, and try and have as good a buy as the Ninjas would. Am I seeing things correctly? How is that a thing? Did somebody get knifed?
I don't think so, but maybe?
How does he have an op?
I've seen a few ops in
Wait, what the hell happened? Did Device get like an ace or something in the pistol and I didn't realize?
Well, either way, he has an AWP in round number 2. Device. Cajun had one after 2 knives.
Yeah, that was freaking amazing.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
What a map that nuke map was.
It's a very novel position.
That was a terrific series between G2 and Heroic. But the double knife from Cadian, that was ridiculous.
Juicy.
Still,
see that every day.
Device has got an AWP in the second round, not something we see every day. And so good for him. He's going to be able to actually put that into use, and we'll see if the Phoenixes can deal with it.
I just noticed the Phoenix in the FunPlus Phoenix logo, which is pretty cool. Logo design always fun. Unless it's one of those esports rebrands when it's almost always awful.
Yeah, ribbon pepperoni ZG.
Maiden with a swing. Target practice, they're hunting. Well, Device with the AWP says hello to Stico in the most brutal fashion. Maybe there's something to be done here for FPX. The TR trying to survive, but he will be traded. Bomb needs to be collected. Farley, though, has the AK-47 in his hands. But without any Kevlar, can't really take a fight. But first shot and straight in the head will certainly help. Hampus on the edge of the smoke will stop the bleeding for Ninjas in Pajamas. 3 kills in that round. They haven't planted a bomb FPX, but 3 kills is huge for them.
That is, they're doing the economic damage to NIP. NIP is still managing to keep a rifle and that AWP alive. And I think this was also FPX just trying to play off of recent info. At least it's very popular right now. In particular, ZTR likes to play Shadow. So they probably tried to get up there quick, get that molly in play, and see if they can get the kill on ZTR. Unfortunately, ZTR was able to get a kill first. So that really kind of threw things out of whack for FPX there. I think it stumbled them. So they're probably trying to get a punish out very quickly on the homework, and unfortunately, didn't work out there. So we're going to get an eco round here for FPX, and then they pretty much have to win out from here, Bardolph. And that is not going to be easy against NIP, who are really just, doing their work. 15 kills right now for a Device sitting at the top of the scoreboard. He's matched by Madden on the other side.
The score's not matched, however.
Yes, exactly.
Plopsky very alone towards B. Hampus is moving into position. It's a nice start. He can jump peek now with ZTR holding an incendiary if required. You can see Farley now the point man carrying the bomb. So he must be careful not to give the game away too much. I'm not sure if he was spotted by Plopsky. But he starts to move away. Got some lurking for FPX around the mid position. Connector will be a focus. NIP playing Connector at range. Device in CT, of course. Nobody on ramp. Smoke up from Ninjas in Pajamas. And look at the timing. Just as they start to approach, Device wonders. Quick peek on Toll Booth, but not playing completely exposed for too long. Oh, Farley gets the headshot regardless. And now that's the green light for FPX. We have a rotation from Rez in towards CT, and Maiden trying to cut off the rotation from B. That'll be successful, but a bomb's been dropped in the meantime. Big spray from ZTR, allowing Rez to clean up. They've got a crossfire as they cut the numbers down to 0. 13 rounds for NIP.
So we got that eco out of the way. Now we get to get into the buy round. And this is where it's going to be fun. Do FPX decide to try and take that fight mid? Now that they've figured out, okay, A-site, pretty decent defense right now. We're having trouble with that. Would like to see them actually just take over the mid play and go for that play. Just get the 3 players out top mid, maybe 2 point pass, and just crunch and see what they can do early on. We are going to get smoke early. And no, it's going to be, at least for initially, Farley and Madden setting up for some shenanigans here towards ramp with that AWP. Oh, the flash over the top. So sick. The details here from NIP.
Perfect timing on that flashbang.
It's almost as if they knew what was going to come, what was going to happen, what was being set up by FPX. So that leaves Emmy alone out here. The timing, the delay there from Hampus.
Yeah, that was very awkward for him. That's the opening kill for Ninjas in Pajamas. Maiden looking for a response, and he's found one. See if this smoke lands.
Okay, that's going to be the connector smoke. Or jungle.
Yeah, you can do either from there. Just a slight reposition of the crosshair, and you're good to go. Device now posting up, looking for players to cross towards triple. But the smoke is up, so he'll be denied that. Doesn't reveal his position with a shot through the smoke. There's a massive swing there from Hampus. Does not know the climate on the bomb site. Finds out in the worst way possible. And this looks like a round for FPX where much might be lost. Then lost his position, but lands the headshot regardless. And this is proving to be very expensive indeed for Ninjas in Pajamas. They don't have much money in the hole, so this is an opportunity for FPX to start their catch-up.
And all of this built off of Madden's back there, man. Getting out there and finding that opening kill. Just really started the ball rolling for the Ninjas onto the A site. That is just absolutely crucial at this point. They need to get rounds. They need to win rounds decisively. They cannot let NIP get to a point where, in the next few rounds at least, they have money for nades. They have money for what they actually want. So Plopsky getting out of there with the M4. The kit, a smoke.
Yeah, you can see he deployed the smoke on the site to try and invite somebody to die on the site, thinking maybe he's ninjuring, but Stiko had a good enough angle to see that wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's what Hampus. Hampus loves to play aggro short like that. Go for those mid peaks, and so we'll see how they address that FPX if they have anything special in mind to deal with him. And here I was thinking that NIP were going to play pretty passively, and instead they're going to go for the full-on force. Device is the only one who's saving money for the AWP. The rest of the Ninjas have bought up in this round. So they are going to just make life even more difficult for themselves, NIP. Interesting. It's really interesting to see just the tendency of teams right now to just keep buying instead of really trying to save up for a strong buy with nades and everything. It's like, no, just buy deagles and nades, and actually we stand a pretty decent chance.
See if Ninjas in Pajamas can exert some time pressure with the 3 smoke grenades they have in the hole. Reaching the minute markers, FunPlus Phoenix head towards the connector position. One of those smokes in the hands of Rez, who is in jungle at present. Got Device here as well. Really holding on to that smoke, but it's surely time to deploy it. Device playing the slow game, but it kind of messed that one up. Let's be honest. Oh, in the red, and ZTR will clean up. Plopsky now trading for his teammate, and we're suddenly in a 2 versus 2. He slips away. He has a kit, it's worth mentioning. Hampus creeping in jungle now, hasn't been seen. There goes another one. And then Plopsky pops out at the perfect time. Got to be confident, man. NIP coming into this, believing in themselves. Dispatching of FunPlus Phoenix. They just couldn't respond.
Just a perfect bait, and then from there on out, FPX, man, thinking they were going to scrim their way up that connector without any nades or anything. I mean, that was a sick 180 from Madden. He's dialed in right now, but the rest of the team, it just felt like they were walking in one after the other. No clean trade kills possible, so you can just kind of accelerate onto the site. Just a series of weird duels. Nicely done, though, by Stiko. Wins that fight versus Rez, who was going for the peak mid. Device still posted up in con, but now Ferrig is going to be able to move on out here. Oh, caught by ZTR.
That was extremely painful. And so was that. The headshots continue either side. Ninjas in Pajamas being proactive, but FPX are ready for it. Hampus and Device now. Device has a pop flash to offer Hampus, who could pop up from the barrel position, going for the jump peaks instead as Device posts up, but Maiden's got an opportunity. He's got a window with which to punish these players. And they're going to wait for his position. Does he look for the 2 kills as well? We can see Hampus going pretty deep towards short. Device has been spotted, but where is that second player? He knows he's here somewhere.
What is this replay? It's the exact situation that Hampus was in earlier.
Down goes Device. Hampus is on short though, which may have a part to play with Emmy lurking top mid. The jiggles, the cross, Hampus now looking for the lurkers, and there is Emmy, and he's deleted immediately. 2 versus 3. What do NIP choose to do? Doesn't look like Hampus has intentions. Going to be posting up around the window area. The 7th round for FunPlus Phoenix. I do wonder if NIP will change their pace on the CT side, as FPX have caught them pushing. They've been expectant of it, and it's yielded them rounds.
Weapon management has definitely become much more of a focus for players these days. Seems we're seeing a lot of that today, at least. Amanek comes to mind earlier on G2, just kind of chucking guns all over the place after plants. But it's just about making sure that your opponents aren't going to get any of the expensive guns for free. So well done there. FPX collecting a much-needed 7th round. And again, they just have to play perfectly from here on out. So that was very nice timing there from Stiko. Impeccable stuff to open it up against that flash. But now FPX, more of the same here from mid. Perhaps can get, 3 early out very nicely. Stiko actually has a pretty good spawn for this. Hampus going to be able to make his way into underpass very quickly, though. Is he going to be aware of this, though? Zen definitely going to check it. And pre-fire from Hampus, or pre-aim. He's got that perfect spot with that AK.
Edges forward to his own demise, and Hampus has got more to do. He's given himself a one-way, but there are T's behind smokes as well. So his cross may be dangerous. Sound Q is confirmed now by FPX, and he just can't find anywhere to stand. It's somewhat of a free kill.
They'll take it.
Yeah, that's favorable for FPX at this point. Minute 15, and they move towards connector. Bomb not spotted. B bomb side abandoned by Ninjas in Pajamas. And again, another situation where they need to be proactive. And that's one of their rifles lost. Made it just creeping wherever he wants to go. Device now has Emmy directly above him, and he's got no idea, but yet gets the kill. That is quite significant. Remainder of FPX in T spawn, still headed towards the A bomb site.
Okay, well, it's looking like we're going to get a tech pause in the next round. But before that, we have to obviously see what FPX are capable of against the remaining 2 players for NIP, Plopsky and Device. Very split up, very, well, not on the A side, we'll put it that way. They're just nowhere near this bomb site. There is a very nice flank coming in from Plopsky, so he can have a very quick timing. If he spends too much time running, if he runs, okay. Wasn't close enough, if I like to hear. Unbelievable, the timing, fairly checks. That's unreal, but he misses the shot.
Now Stiko's in the clutch. You can look over the smoke while it's up. But once that's gone, he's going to be in trouble. Oh, the second he looks away, Device emerges towards the bench position. Now they don't see each other. He has some cover from the ramp, though. Smart work from Stiko so far. Pops out for another headshot. Ooh. And there's an 8th round on the board for FunPlus Phoenix, who are not too far away just yet.
Well, that was stylish. I love that flash getting just chucked in there like that. You know, here, look at this, the bait. You need to turn around and peeks before it can go off. Very nicely done there.
Yeah.
About stepping up.
Some of the NIP players are just quickly rebooting their PCs.
Yes, rebooting the PCs.
And I'll be back very shortly indeed. So we have a 6-round deficit.
Hampus died because apparently there was like a He had his game freeze or something like that.
Oh, always fun when it does that.
Definitely, definitely. Happens all the time.
Yeah, there are some gremlins in the game.
I hate getting stuck in mollies too.
Yeah, getting lost in a Molotov is painful because it's just such a long process. Doesn't feel like it when you're watching, but when you're the person in a Molotov, it kind of sucks. Especially when a smoke only puts that part of the Molotov.
That's the worst.
You know?
That's the worst when it's just like what is going on? The smoke interaction with mollies sometimes.
Yeah, you just can't make sense of those situations. Somewhat unpredictable as well.
14-8. Time for FPX here but it's a technical timeout, so they shouldn't be talking. That's going to be the frustrating thing. They can't treat this as a tactical timeout. But Madden's doing a lot of talking right now, so I wonder what's going on here. Are they treating this as a tactical timeout? Because the players right now, TeamSpeak should be muted. They shouldn't be able to talk to each other.
Maybe he's talking to his bear.
Maybe. Maybe he's talking to himself, you know? Could be. It could happen. Giving himself a quick motivational speech. I mean, you need to play perfectly from here on out. So I get that. You know, I get that.
You a teddy bear man?
No.
You don't look like a teddy bear man.
Never really was. I mean, I had a little like gorilla. I remember like a little white gorilla with red boxing gloves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my buddy had the same one, and so I was just like, yeah, you know, we got. But that was, I don't even know what happened to him now that I think about it.
Disappeared.
Where did my little monkey go?
I'm a plant man these days. I'm a little plant.
You got your little plant.
From Target. It was like some kind of plant day. Frey can confirm later. Or hug a tree day or something yesterday. So I got a little.
What was going on?
Succulent.
You know, the first time
that one up.
I actually had to look that up because Sue, you know, Smix, she was trying to tell me, you know, like, oh, succulents. You know, I was like, what do you mean, like a steak? Like a, yeah. And she was like, no, what do you mean, like the plant? I'm like, yeah, it's not succulent. You know, a steak is succulent. There's no such thing as a plant. She had to Google it and show it to me. Like, look.
Yeah, it's a whole genre.
And then that's when I found out, you know, about like Google spying on us and all that sort of stuff too. You know, because then
here we go.
all of my ads were succulent ads.
Oh, right. The phone's listening,
so
right?
that's where I was really like, wow, okay, they're listening to everything because like I had never mentioned succulents before in that context, never even understood. And all of a sudden, I'm getting ads for succulents and cactuses and oh, you live in Los Angeles, you want these cactuses? And I was like, no, Zucker. Never mind. I got some words to say.
Yeah, I feel like that is kind of, it's a gray area.
A gray area, indeed.
Because I won't be using my phone, but it's like part of the conversation, you know, that I'm having with someone. Like we could be talking, and my phone is here, and then yeah, I hear you.
I just really like the FBI agent meme that's going around right now.
Potty, I like that.
Potty.
I have to say, this studio is really well colored. I love the colors in here. It's
dude, the studio
very nice for taking pictures.
There is something to be said for studios that are just actual studios. You know, it's just so nice. A beautiful set. Everything is just so sharp. Well done, Flashpoint. It's looking like we're live again, boys. Game is gonna save us from ourselves. Let's get into it. Hard eco coming in for NIP. So it should be a fairly clean-cut round here for FPX. Madden just tapping away, doing his boy Maui Wowie proud.
Yeah, now, is the comeback on, or is it too early to call? Is there more work to be done before we take it very seriously? Every other, bearing in mind that like the deficit is 6, but that's what, 3 buy rounds? Depending on how they save weapons. It's not as far as it looks. USPs in round 23 for NIP. Rather you than me.
Oh my. Well, that's that's what can happen there. Not too much excitement getting shown here. FPX are staying focused.
Farley playing from solitary confinement.
Can we get a camera on Farley again? What do you mean?
Oh, he's just like in the dark.
Yeah, Emmy at least looks
and
like
there's no depth because of the whatever that thing is behind him. So who knows?
He just exists. Yes, he just exists in a space.
Solitary confinement.
Only CS allowed.
Toilet and a sink.
Quick change of pace here. Quick change of pace. Are we going to get it? Quick acceleration. There was no Molotov. Trying to take advantage perhaps of the lower nade count for NIP here.
That smoke will allow him to burst actually a little easier. Takes the angles away from Device, who is posting up for the cross. Spots one by Tetris. Gets himself 10 points. 4 versus 4 as ZTR has been dealt with. But FPX are non-committal at present. Still stuck on Tetris, and there are mollies you can throw from the jungle area, for example, to force them away into the hands of Device. But they won't come on this occasion. Lining up for a
plant while
plant
these smokes are up.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to do that. Maiden forcing his way forward. Just seeing the barrel of the gun as the smoke dissipates, and that gives him a 4 versus 2. It's going to be really hard to press on with this one, Ninjas in Pajamas. Looks like another round that might be in the bag, but that's an early kill. But Device going down really seals the deal, as FPX will close the distance. The deficit will be reduced to 4 rounds. And again, there's no money in the coffers for NIP, so it is hard eco territory with a guest rifle in the hands of Plopsky. So it's not as hard as it looks for FPX to tie the score here.
It's a shame that Plopsky's able to make his way out with that AK. That's going to be very valuable for NIP in the following round. FPX, I mean, they shouldn't be caring about money. They shouldn't be caring about anything. They should just be trying to charge in. Do we have enough money to buy the next round? Cool, good, because they need to keep NIP here at 14. If NIP win a round, it's just going to be so difficult for FPX. So, just a single rifle save for Plopsky. And good on Stiko again. Dude, Stiko just keeps coming up with these high-value kills. Taking ZTR out of the picture very quickly there just gave FPX the room to maneuver on that bomb site. If they had to deal with him for any longer than they had to, that would have been very painful. There's Plopsky. Big spray, trying to make the value happen. Unfortunately for him, it just does not connect.
Yeah, I mean, that's all the value lost in terms of the AK-47. It's pistols for the remainder of NIP. Lacking a primary weapon now. The mostly Swedish squad. Well, the main threats have been neutralized by FunPlus Phoenix. The timing works very, very well for Stiko. From the front of Palace to the back. He leaves Rez and Hampus alone. Separated on either side. Execution 1 by 1. This is quite the run of rounds from FunPlus Phoenix. Teams do tend to get stuck when they get to 14 rounds. Ninjas in Pajamas are certainly in that scenario, but they've got another full buy on the way in the next round. They don't need that much success, just a little.
Slowest bomb plant in the history of bomb plants, but there we go. 11 rounds on the board for FPX. 1 round closer to tying up the situation here with NIP. They're really trying to make life as difficult as possible for themselves. FPX 10-5 in favor of NIP at the half. FPX not getting the strongest start either, with NIP picking up the pistol round and converting the rounds afterwards. So, you know, FPX really just trying to play this game on hard mode right now. They're showing a good fight. Man, in particular, 26 kills for him now. He is working on that 30 bomb. And back to the A site over and over again here from FPX. They have not felt the need to go towards B just yet.
Yeah, just take the angles away with the flashbang, swarm with the numbers, close the distance. We've got fire coming in fast, and down goes ZTR. The A-bomb site is detected as vulnerable. Plopsky needs a multi-frag, awesome help. Rez is here. Look at the tracking from Rez, beautiful. He's playing Quake on the A-bomb site. 1 versus 3, Farley alone now, tagged down to 10 HP. And the cavalry is on the way, hops up to get taken down by Rez. 4 kills for him on the A-bomb site. He is the hero they need, and that brings NIP to game points.
Plopsky showing the hype there as well, dude. You see that? Double fist, man, just all out. The roar. What a clever angle there from Rez, though. Really playing the angles, forcing FPX out into the open, and FPX just stumble. Seemed like there was a real opening, a real opportunity for them to move out quickly, and yet somehow just not able to convert it. And now we're going to get that fight in mid. Device not going to make it away.
Yeah, it was a bit slow on the table support there that he jumped on. Again, Plopsky trying to fight fire with fire. So far, so good. Avoids a shot top mid. The bomb's been dropped by the boxes. That'll have to be rescued at some point. You can see Zen trying to make a difference. They know where 2 of these 3 players are. Zen's the other quick look. HE could be troublesome. Down goes Maiden in the meantime. Hampus enjoying the luxuries of an empty mid. Stands next to the bomb and asks FPX to do something about it.
How is it that Zen is coming through from CT spawn right now? That's Stiko. catching out Plopsky. That was the push towards B apartments, and Hampus has absolutely no reason to be looking back towards window. He still goes down. 2v1 now. ZTR, the young gun on NIP. In a clutch situation here for the Ninjas. Map point for his team. And yet Zen and Stico, I mean, it's not going to be possible to get the team ace, unfortunately, for Emmy. He would have had to chime in there. But this should be a one round for FPX. Dude, Stico's going towards B. ZTR is going to be on B. This is actually worst case scenario now for FPX. They are split up. If ZTR plays this well, they're running out of time on FPX's side. If he plays this well, he's just got a couple of duels to win.
Oh boy, this is going to be a brutal one.
Oh, that
Where is it? That Molotov is beautiful. He's got to get out of there. 18 HP, and he has no idea where Zen is coming from. He has some space to work with, but the pre-fire could be brutal. He's got to hop up, surely. Stands next to him instead. 7 seconds to hide in the smoke. This is absurd. He's got the sound cues. Somehow still alive. That would be a ridiculous way to win it, but the knife comes out, the blade, the cold steel. And FPX is still in this. My God, that was really awkward.
The White Death. Dude, Zed, all the way from Finland, reaching into that smoke with that knife. That one was close. Oh, way too close. What a play from ZTR, though. He could not have done better there. The Molotov coming in onto him like that, that is nuts.
Ooh.
So
his
close.
Eyebrows look like Ming the Merciless right there.
So close. What a play from ZTR, though. That was amazing.
5
So
Desert
far.
Eagles are out for Ninjas in Pajamas. It's still a dangerous round. This is a round where games can and have been won. They've been won with less. They have been won with less. So FPX have to respect that, but not too much.
They do. I think FPX right now, though, given how this map has played out and the fact that this is NIP's map pick, they should be feeling pretty good about themselves so far. Even if they were to lose this round, lose this map, you know, 16-12, they showed some fight, and then they're going to be going into Inferno, a very comfortable map for them. So, you know, right now, I think we've got a real match on our hands, Bardolph. I was a little worried at 10-5. I was like, man, did FPX even manage to get their game going here at all? But now, this is really shaping up nicely for this best of 3. Maximum entertainment, man. That's what we want. Oh, no, the nade hits him. Well, that's unfortunate.
Ooh, but that is fortunate for Ninjas Pajamas. Device able to move away, reset the situation from a different angle. Stico begging for a poor position from Rez. He won't be serviced with that, won't be furnished with that. We can see, it looks like FPX are headed towards the A bomb site. Problem is, there are 4 CTs on this bomb site. First one falls. Device now makes his way towards the ramp. Last seen in connector. The time on the clock, 20 seconds for them to kill 3 players on A and plant the bomb. And it's not looking very good. Zen and Stico, 101 HP. Make it just a 1. Stico looking to run away, but it's the last round, 10 seconds. And it is the last chance saloon closed for FPX. The comeback was noble, but it was a road too far. 16-12 for NIP on Mirage.
Yeah, well done there for NIP, managing to get it done, but that's still their map pick. And 16-12, I think they let that get a little bit too close for comfort. I think FPX shouldn't be feeling too down on themselves after that one. It is NIP's map, and you're going into Inferno now. You're going to be warmed up. And clearly, you know, as far as the executes are concerned, the comms, it looks good on FPX's side. They were able to actually get a decent game going there.